little bit anyway. I'll put it on the map. Yes. She's got off to the right. Here somewhere. There we go. See, I've been on this before, but gosh, that must be in Tenere days. That's a while back. See the escarpment off to the left here. That's what goes along and eventually gives us the Hartside Pass. Well, there's another way through Brampton. This takes you onto the 689, I think it is, 689, which goes down to Alston. And to get to the end of that road, you get to a T-junction at Alston. And you go left at Alston, you go right up to the Hartside Pass. Which is a difficult, there's an easier way. See the escarpment now, look. This is what, let's say, gives us the Hartside Pass. It comes from Penrith over that to Alston. But anyway, there is an easier way in some respects. I go down. I might change the route to do that, I don't know. Because it would save time. Well, people might enjoy this more. Because you can go. You come on, like, follow the route to join the A7 Canopy, and you go straight down almost to the M6, and then you run down the side of the M6 on the old A6, which is straight as a die, much quicker, gets you into Penrith quicker. You just run through Penrith, or the edge of Penrith, to get to Hartside Pass. Personally, this is much more interesting. Sure, look at the view there on our left. Then I'll run right along the side of it. I'm actually going to almost like ride away from it at one point. Ride off to the east a little bit towards Penrith, but then we'll end up turning and coming right over the top of it. It's fabulous. Surely this is a much more interesting ride than that. Going down side of a motorway, a perfectly straight gate road. then so far the sat-nav is doing exactly what it says in the tin. It's taking me exactly where I'm supposed to go. So I need to check the manual for this 29 waypoint thing. Interesting to see if it takes account of the waypoints as well as the feeder points, because Nook Cafe was put in the Nook Cafe, that was put in as a waypoint, as was the Texaco garage in Alston. I'm going to pass the Texaco garage either way, because the next rear point is on the route to early on the 686 route of Alston. So interesting. Remember that. Oof. Oofed. Sympathy. I definitely think people would enjoy this more. Well, as I said, this is a... I never even thought this is... I'll save that for... And I've no idea, how can I put it, where I am in relation to where the turn to go to the pass is. Because I mean, look at this. That's where we're going, up there. Up there. Oh, good. What's the Robin Hood's about, eh? Especially when it doesn't come for this area. Yeah, I remember this. That's just a huge, okay. Now, is this not the one where I went straight on that day? Yes, that's right. I didn't I? I went straight on, yeah. It brought me... It still got me onto the right road, that was... Well, it was some years ago, that. It was the first time I'd come down this way. I was on the Tenere, Super Tenere, and I think we're doing pretty much what I'm doing now, heading for Hartside Pass. Yeah, I went straight on there, and I knew I'd made the mistake. I just carried on, and the sat-nav brought me back onto the road, this road that I'm supposed to be on. But it brought me back on after a magical mystery tour around all sorts of wee lanes and stuff like that. It was great. I think that's the road, that's the ride where I did, I can't remember what it's called, like Hartside Pass, an alternative approach. Yeah, that was some road, that. This, as you go up Hartside Pass on the left, oh, must be not far from the top. Not far, but I don't know how far. There's a wee road on the left hand side. It's obviously if you're riding up the normal road, it looks like it goes off down to the left. Well, I came up that road. Jeez, what a road. We were parking the bike for, and we take a few pictures on a little, there was a little passing place I think actually. And being on the side stand, in gear, facing uphill, it was so steep, the weight of the Tenere was dragging back down the hill. Had to get to a point where it was going to stop, which it did, thankfully, obviously. But I had that somewhere else as well. It was so steep. Somewhere in Cumbria, there's a road that goes for Barrow and Furness over towards Sellafield area, and you get the most, if you go for the Barrow and Furness side, as you come over you get the most gorgeous view of the Irish Sea, and oh, it's absolutely stunning. But typically I wasn't coming that way, I was coming back over from the Sellafield side over towards Barrow, and trying to park. Sure, it's Tenere again, yeah. Pulled over, trying to get a picture back because the view was amazing, and it just went out of it. I don't think I got a picture because the bike wouldn't do it. It was just too steep. Probably the weight of the Tenere, and even in gear, and it's just dragging back down the hill. Yeah, I think folks will love this ride because it's over here, that's where we're going. And I say folks will love this ride because this is a recce ride for a group ride that I'm leading in about a week. Well, this is Friday, this is Thursday, not this Saturday, next Saturday. And well, say a group ride, it could be just me, in which case I'll just bin it because I've just done it. But there's a group at work, and one of the bikers guys at work set up a Facebook page, and oh, I think it was last summer. Apart from the initial one or two pictures saying, you know, this is a good join it, blah blah blah. There's one or two photos that had definitely one or two rides out because there was photographic evidence of it. But unless, which is probably the case to be fair, they're just texting each other and going for a ride. What they'll do is putting anything else in that interchanger's page or anything like that, so it looked like it was dead in the war, but maybe it's not, you know. So I'll put in the do a ride a month. Actually, big deal, is it? Ride a month, a full day. So this is the first one. This one coming up. So, like I say, it might be a complete disaster. Nobody turns up, and it's just me. That's there, it's got the stop sign, okay. Remember this. And then we'll get there's two pubs in this place, look at that. Like English pubs, there's something different about an English pub from a Scottish pub. And the way I tend to describe it is, you can put, Scottish pubs are bars, and some might be nice, but they're bars. Whereas an English pub, especially a country pub, but it's the same for a lot of city pubs. If they're older, especially if they're older, there's something about there's something different, especially a country pub. They just seem so much more welcoming. Don't get me wrong, there might not be. Might be that whole thing about you don't come from around these parts. You know, jukebox streets just a halt when you walk in, but my experience is not like that at all. Now, if I remember rightly, she's just told me that 3/4 of a mile we turn left, and I'm pretty sure that's us then heading for the pass. So what time is it? 20 past 1. So it's taking me, I think, 20 past 11, 20 past 12, 20 past 3 hours to get here. Well, we'll see, yeah. As well, that's, it might be time, might be a key factor here, you know. I suppose people have got the option to bail should they wish. They have. Where could you, I mean, you could bail. Oh, I can't remember the name of the place. But as we cross the A69, you could zip along and go to 68 if you wanted to. Rochester Bridge if you wanted to, you could just zip straight back to Hawk. You could. It's an option. I could just go to Hawaii and end it.